So I met Mr. A just in 2021, and he was looking to sell his HDB in Jurong East. Okay, and he shared with me something which was very interesting. Prior to that, before he had bought this HDB in 2014, he was actually looking into a private property at Commonwealth Towers, which was 689 square feet and was a two-bedroom unit. Okay, but he had opted for a less expensive and less, in his words, less burdensome in terms of repayment for his mortgage. Okay, he's opted for HDB in Jurong East for 420K, a five-room flat near his parents. All right. Now the Commonwealth Towers, okay, at that point in time when I met him in 2021, okay, went for 1.3 million. And if he had bought 6 years before that in 2014, he would have won in at 981,000 for a two-bedroom, 689 square feet. Now, he shared with me the reason was that he felt it was very expensive. He had the capital, he had the down payment, and his income was able to support the loan that he was about to take at that point in time. But he just felt that it wasn't something that he felt too comfortable in going into. So he opted for a more comfortable decision in HDB. Okay. Now, if he had, so when I met him, okay, I did a study for him, and his HDB at that point in time in 2021 can fetch 500K. Okay, so we were over the six odd years, he would have made 80K. And if he had chosen to go into Commonwealth Towers and bought back in 2014, then he would have exited at 1.3 million and he would have made about 300 over thousand in profit. Okay. Um, the interesting part is here. So over the period of time of 6 years, right? I thought he had saved money since he had bought HDB. He should have a bigger savings at this point in time, right? But that was not true. He actually shared with me. Um, he he saved the money on property and he actually splurged on his lifestyle, right? So he had a very expensive wedding that was actually held overseas. And after that, every single year, him and his wife actually travel around the world every year for 6 years. Whenever he had a chance to go on leave. Okay. And he changed cars very often as well. All right. So this was something which made me realize that besides the profit on a private condo, if he could have buy at that point in time, was that this repayment into this his private property could have actually been a disciplined form of savings. Okay, so a couple of things that we can learn from this, all right, is that we can turn this into a disciplined savings into your capital net worth. So I talked a little bit about capital net worth in my previous video. So if you haven't seen it, I will include the link in the description below. All right. The other thing that I want to bring, that I think we can learn from this is that either we work hard when we are younger or we work hard when we are older. Okay. Now, what is more logical? When we are young, we have our energy, we have our youth. I think that is the point in time where we should work hard for our money. And then when we are older, I think we should make that money work hard in return for us. Since we work so hard for this money, I think we should put the money to hard work. All right. So this is something which I think we can learn from this Mr. A's situation here. And finally, he had an opportunity to actually invest into a better performing asset. Okay, I'm not saying that all condos in Singapore will perform like this. All right, but in this particular situation, it is proven. And of course, there are a lot more things that I would like to share with you, especially in regards to whether you're buying HDB or you're buying private property. All right, there are a lot of factors to consider. I will be making more videos in the future regarding this. Okay, but this is a case study that I would like to touch upon today, and I hope this case study will can actually give you a bit more insight into some of the situations that I see on the ground as well. So I wonder if this you know somebody that has been or is in a similar situation like that, or are you in a similar situation like Mr. A? So a kind of a few of options that I would like to talk about also is that today, all right, he's 43, right? So he have his HDB, which he wants to sell for 500, let's say 500K, right? Okay. He has an option still to enter private property, all right? But if today he were to go in and buy 1.3 million, uh, I think his options would be a bit more limited, right? He having now he's starting a family, he's already started a family, right? If he were to go try to look into a two-bedroom might be a bit small for him. Okay. And with whatever cash proceed that he can cash out from his HDB, it will be a bit more challenging for him to choose this route and buy a more expensive private property. Okay. Now, so take a look at if he had chosen the option of going into Commonwealth Tower 6 years back, he would be exiting at 1.3. His cash portion coming out will definitely be a lot more comfortable for him to make the next ladder up into a property with a bigger quantum. Okay, this is what I meant when I advocate about building your capital net worth. I think this shows a very good example, and it also, in fact, opens up his options when he's considering to upgrade. Now that when he wants to upgrade, it's not that he cannot, he still can upgrade, but it will be a bit more challenging, especially also due to his age. So my next video is actually about the golden age of opportunity, all right, in investing into property. And I would really hope that you stay tuned for that one. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and also do consider subscribing. Thank you.